So I think we all know that landscape restoration is done by the people. It's done by the communities that manage the land, that care for the land, that live off the land. And that is made up of men, of women, of youth. And so all of the perspectives are very, very critical. And I think one of the things that we are very aware of is that we need to transform the role of women, particularly in landscape restoration and land management, so that they have more access to knowledge, so that they are more empowered to make decisions, and so that they can be part of the solution, so they can be part of the solving of those problems. And I think there's many different entry points for that. I think research is incredibly important because it shows us how we're going, how we're progressing, and it also gives us something to reflect on. I think we all know that there's change that needs to happen, but until we see the evidence, it's hard to really point out where the change is needed and then how we're progressing along that change. So the evidence is really important, so that we have the voice of women, so that we know how we're progressing. But then once we have the evidence, we also need to see how we move to action. So for women in landscape restoration, we know that they're very, very active in the working, in the management of land, in the actions, but we also need to make sure that they move through to the benefits. And so one of the very key entry points is around value chains and around identifying value chains that women can be involved in, whether that's sale of seedlings or whether that's production of share or other types of value chains that we know women can benefit from. And by doing that, we're empowering them to have greater autonomy and greater decision making, and I think that that moves the conversation at the community level in the right direction.